Okay, all right, okay. So we are going to try the upsert, and we are going to see what's the idea why we couldn't do upsert on the file that certification held. So I am going to open that certification held. Okay, I'm going to go into I'm going to go. So I will go to the folder which holds the file, and I will open the file with Microsoft Excel, Numbers, or any other software. So I'm opening this file with Excel, and I will start sharing my screen. I will share my entire screen. Share. Okay, can you all see my screen? Yeah. And
Yep.
I will give you if anyone comes in, you can just allow him to log in. I'm going to give you the Anna, you can do that. And Claire, you can allow, if anyone comes in, you can allow them to log in. Okay, cool. All righty. So, okay. This is the file. Can you see it?
Yeah, can you make it a bit bigger?
Okay, I'm going
I need to blow
to
up.
make it bigger.
Trying to move
Okay, I'm going to increase
screen.
the size so that you can see the file. Just okay. View, zoom. So I'm gonna zoom 200. Okay, so this is the file we have. In this file, which we want to import, we have the legacy certification number, we have the legacy student ID, we have date achieved, we have created by, and we have created date. Okay. Now, in order to import any or upsert, do an upsert for any of the records, this record must have an ID in it, because upsert is all about looking into the data, look into an ID, and do something with that. Insert, you don't need to have an ID. You can insert, and the Salesforce will automatically create ID for each record. Now, if you want to upsert, there are two types of IDs that you can use. Either the object ID that you are trying to upsert into, okay, or you have something called external ID. Now, since we don't have the object, we don't know that ID that relates to this record, that what we are going to do, we are going to create an external ID, just a dummy external ID, in order to insert, to upsert in it, if you want to use the upsert, okay, because apparently we want to try to use the upsert instead. Okay, now in the documentation, if we look at the documentation that we have received, what it says that for create by, select legacy employee number __ C. We are going to try this. We'll try this. I'll show you where is this, and we are going to try it first. Okay, so let's go to data loader.io. I'm going to log in with my Salesforce. Okay, and I will start a new task, which is of import task. Okay, is my screen clear here? Big enough? Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay, I'll assume you see my screen. So I'll say upset, and the instruction says you need to go to certificate held, and then hit next. After that, upload your CSV file, which is the data loader, sorry, not data loader, which is the app lab, and then certificate CSV, and say open. And then we come to the instructions in, sorry, the mapping of the files. We have the source header, which is from the file. And then this is a sample data, and this is where we want to put it. Now, the instruction says that you go here and you select certification, and then link it with the legacy certification number. Why is legacy certification number? Because this object is just a joint object that connects two different objects. We remember that the certification held is a joint object. We added some fields in it, yes, but it's originally a joint object to connect two objects together, which is the certification and the course, I think, or something like that, right? And then we go here, certification and the certified professionals, sorry. And then we go look up, and then we look for what? Legacy student ID. This stage we passed. We've gone this stage. We didn't have a problem with this stage. The problem came in when we said created by ID. What we need to do is like, we need to go here into, because if we go to this one, I can't get anywhere. Okay. We go to this one, I can't get anywhere. Even if I go, let's say, type, there is nothing I can do in here. There is no other record. If I go to record ID, I go here, I would say certification held number. That's not the one that I'm looking for. But if I go to created by, and I do look up here, I can find the employee, legacy employee number. So created by, look up, I can find the legacy employee number here. Okay, so if you look at the install, it's the created by legacy employee number. This is the legacy employee number. Now, if I go next, it's not gonna run as upsert, because upsert requires either an object ID or an external ID. The created by is not an object ID or external ID. None of those. None of those are object ID or what they call it, or the external ID. That's why even we
Sorry,
go
Sam,
here,
haven't you got that in date achieved instead of created by?
created by, if I go to created by, okay,
No, the next one
and
down.
then say look up, I can find it.
Even created ID also, create by ID also not coming for me.
Created by, look up via, and I can find it here.
Created by is also not coming for me.
Sorry, you can see it?
Created by ID also not there in my
Look, if you
data
go
load.
created by and say look up, you will be able to see it. This is actually, if you look at all of these are your user, as a user, as like everyone's name, your user fields, the fields that's actually associated to your user. So if this one, where you can get this one from here, is if you go to your user account, to go to setup, because created by is the created by field that shows always your name. So it means that if you go to user, you go to users, you go into your name as an admin, and you will find created by here, should be here. Sorry, the employee number is here, and legacy employee number is also here. But it has no value. It's not an external ID. It's not an ID. Okay? So none of an ID it is.
Not a ID. You can find. We
So it's
can
not,
find
not
users.
any
Yeah.
ID can be done here. Yeah. Now there are IDs like, let's say, for example, unique. Let's say, what's that? The user ID. Do we have the user ID in here? About me. If you go, let's say, Federation ID. Now this is a unique ID, but it's not an ID for the object you are trying to insert to. So you need to go into the object itself. You need to pick that up from the object itself. Okay, you need to pick up the ID from the object itself. This ID, sorry, not date. Sorry, we're talking about created by. Remove this. We're talking about created by. Let's go back here. Here and created by. Yeah. Okay. So what we can do now, on this, okay, not even showing. Yeah, sorry. Created by, just to confirm that we were on the right page. This is legacy number. We cannot go do that. Okay. Because it cannot go and edit. This is, we are talking about created by ID. We are talking about even insert in something in here. So this is not gonna be at all of help. So what we need to do, we need to create an external ID in the object itself. So if you go to object certificate held, let's go to it, certification held, go here and say, let's create a new object of type text. Next. Okay. And we'll call it, okay, certification, legacy certification record ID. I'm gonna call it like this. And I will say this is, I don't want duplicates in this because it's an ID, shouldn't have any duplicates. I don't care about reports, and I want it to be what? External ID. Okay? External ID. So this is a text. All right. The length of it, I want the length of it. Okay, how many we have? 96. So 2 digits. I will say I wanted 2 digits only. The length of this ID. We could go for 3 digits. Just whatever it is. Okay. I wouldn't need more than this. And I will say next. Next. And I don't want this. I can show it in the layout, but I don't need it really in the layout. Okay, I'll keep it here for in the layout just to show you what we are talking about. Show you like how does it look like, but I don't need it in the layout because I'm only using it just to show that we can do the upsert, but we need to have that relationship between the files I'm trying to and the data. So I'm gonna keep it there. Now, this ID, okay, does not exist. We don't have anything unique in this file. There is no ID that's unique in this file. There is nothing unique in this file. Okay. So what we are gonna do, we're gonna make something unique in this file. We'll just do an insert a record. Okay. And I will say this one is 1. And I will go here to this number. Oh, sorry. 1, 2. Probably I need to put 2. And then I will take these. Maybe like this.
Do you want to start it on this? I think you
Yeah.
started on the top row.
Yeah. All right. So I have an ID
there,
in
though.
here. Sorry,
He
I will
didn't.
call it no problem. I'll keep that to, start with 2, no problem. I'll say it like record. Sorry, cert rec ID, and I will save this as CSV. Saved now. So I have this ID starts from 2 to 96. Okay. Now, if I go to my data loader, I go back in here, pick up my new CSV file. Sorry, let's go start from the beginning. It's better. Okay. So we're going to pick up this, and then we'll pick it by new CSV file, which has the ID in it. And now if I go here, put the same thing, which is this is the cert rec ID. So I will say the cert rec ID, okay, what it is going to be here. Legacy, certification, and use it as an external ID. And now I go the rest. I will say this is certification, look up via legacy cert ID, go in here, certification professional, look up. We say like he's a, what's his name? He was legacy student ID. All righty. And that's it. And then now, because I do have use an external ID, I can go and do that. So what's the operation? This is an operation of import that was an upsert, like certification held upsets. Then save and run. Run. We'll let it run a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna delete this one. I don't want this one to be done here. Do stay here? Okay. Then if I go here, sorry. I go here, and I will say certification held. I start looking at all of the certification held. Look in here, still in the queue. Still this one. It takes a bit to get to the queue. Oh, I got them. Are these the certifications? If I go to each one, any one of these, I will find this one has the legacy certification record ID, the number I put in here. Now, if I try upsert again, it's done. If I try to run it again, it's going to give an error. I'm going to run it again. The same one, I'm going to run it again. It shouldn't succeed at all because all of these files are already there. You've got them there already. Okay, so these are last modified by me, created by me, and then I don't know why my name looks like that. That's funny. I need to fix that. But yeah, so I have the certification held in here. And how many certifications I have? All. And let's go. I have 95 certifications, which is the number of the certifications are there. This is still running probably. Okay, so this is error. How many errors? 95 errors. 0 successes, 95 errors. Look at it. It couldn't do the upset. We have an error on the upset. Okay, error. Now, what we could do just to try this, we take this one, for example, and we delete it. Let's see, delete this one. So we deleted one, okay? One of those was deleted. And let's take another one, just find out what's the legacy number for it. It's 4. And we are going to delete also this record. So we deleted 2 records. If we run this again, we should expect that 2 will be succeeded and 93 failures. Because 2 are gone. Now, how many we have? If we go here, we have 93. The total is 95. So I should come back with 95. The 2 they were, which were deleted, will be back, and the rest will be a failure. So if we go back in here, oh, 95, this is finished. Should be finished. Now, still working, but probably working on the errors. Now we have the 95, correct? So the last one, or this one of these is number 4. This one probably. Oh, this last one. Yes, number 4. Okay, because we deleted, I think, number 2 and number 4, and this should be number 2. The one before it should be number 2 probably. Number 3. We deleted 3 and 4, and we get here. We have 2 successes. These are the successes, our inserts. Okay, these are our inserts, and it returned back to us the ID of the inserts. Okay, and then we have 93 errors as that. I think this should clear the doubt and the issue with this. Does it make it clear?
Yep, that's good. Thanks.
Yes, Sam.
Is it clear? Or if you have questions, I'm happy to answer. If you
Yes, Sam, why you deleted those 2? Then those are not showing error. Can you explain?
I'm sorry, I really can't hear you. I'm sorry, Anna. Listen, I tried. Let's do the following. I tried out, okay,
Yeah.
and then we can connect on probably on Deepak or Pankaj Deepak room after like sometime whenever you feel like free. We can connect, and if you have any questions, you have any doubts, we'll do it. But at least I just wanted to show you that what's the concept behind it, how we can do it, how we can get this sorted out, and understand that we need to get either an object ID in order to do upsert or an external ID. So we created an external ID. The external ID was a text, was unique, and we're able to upsert the data. I think for this case, insert should have been enough for this case because we don't have any other data for certifications held, but it's good at least to do it, because if you wanted to do it twice, like twice insert, you might have duplicates, but with upsert, you wouldn't have any duplicates.
Okay, yeah. We will do this one. Yeah, we will create those object and do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we'll
Thank
take
you.
care. Take care. We'll see you.
Thank
so
you.
much. Cheers.
Sam,
Thanks.
one quick question. I've done this exercise. I finished it, but the thing is, I just figured out